Okay, good morning. I came back. I'm telling y'all right now, for those that want those cards, that's not what we're doing here this morning. Not right now. I came back. We're gonna discuss this about that post I just made because I see some comments. First of all, let me say this right here. This is the first thing I want to say, and I'm going off of some comments that I saw in the previous video, the previous live. Men are out here trying to look, sound, and say they have the character of Kendrick Lamar. But in actuality, the evidence shows that they are the pedophile of who Drake is, period. Now, I read some comments about age difference. I do believe in age appropriate dating. However, when there is an age gap, the maturity should make up the difference. If somebody is 10, 15, or whatever years older than you, the maturity should make up the difference. Most of the time, not all, but most of the time in the 90% percentile, age gap relationships are based off of security, it's money and sex. It ain't nothing in common. It ain't nothing grand. It's money and sex. It's like business. Whether it's the man that's older or a woman, men, I think, are a little more common with it. Who do I fault in these situations? I fault both parties. Know your place. Know your place in life. Know your role in life. Whether you're the younger person or the older person, I do personally think, believe, and agree when a man is older dealing with a younger woman, you should know better, especially if you say you don't want a child. But most of the time, these older men want children with these younger girls. That's what I'm going to call them. They want these children, they plan these children, and they intentionally impregnate these young girls that end up being trouble, drama. They're already a fraction less than you because of the maturity. It's just the attraction that got them. But all she got was a pedophile, Drake, of who he is. His character would have kept him away from her. These married men, believe it or not, married men in open relationships, wives are sleeping with females that their husband have been sleeping with. And it's become more of a common thing. So I don't fault one more than I fault the less. I do measure it differently. I look at these older behind men with these young behind girls, and then this right here, when they get the girl pregnant and then the hell start coming in the relationship, then they go in separate ways. They want to go back to a grown woman, or they want a grown woman in their life. But in the event that they go back to someone that they were already with, what they do is this right here. This is the one thing that I have noticed these kind of guys do. I don't regard them as men. When they have these children from these young girls, they will put distance and space between you and them. Y'all think it's because, well, he just avoided me, he don't want to talk. No, this is the primary reason they're doing that. He does not, he wants the age gap between him and her not to look so bad. 17 years, 20 years, and up. So that you think, okay, well, you don't want me to have to be responsible for the child. It's not that. It's because the child's mama is so much younger than him. He don't want to look like who he is, like Drake. Kendrick Lamar rapped that song the best. That was the best diss tape, not just for Drake, but for many of guys just like him. That's all they do. That's a strategy. I want to keep you away from the drama in my life. I don't want you to have to deal with this. In actuality, he's ashamed, embarrassed, looked like the fool that he already was, but he don't want that age gap to look so bad between him and the mama. You just think, okay, well, the child grew up, I didn't have to take care of a newborn. He didn't want to take care of that child either. Let me see what's the other thing I wrote down over here. Hold on. Okay, age appropriate dating. I do believe that there should be, or there is, a thing such as age appropriate. And I also believe there's a thing such as level appropriate dating on your level. Men date down. Women are known for dating up. And dating up for a woman is not always financially. She gets a good man. She actually finds a man. Because typically, y'all, we have men that have the image of men, but they're boys. And that we just need to be honest about that. Men typically always date down from what they are accustomed to. When older men go to younger women, it's for in the 85% of control mental. He has money or something that he can use to lure her in, to make her want him. She don't really want him. She want what he has. Subconsciously, he feels like she wants him. But I feel like these men know, I know she don't really want me, but I'm going to try to win her over. And they buy love. They always say it's women that's buying love, but it's more men that do it than women. Way more men that do it than women. Nonetheless, we as people need to learn how to date age appropriately. When there's an age difference, the maturity should make up the difference. I don't believe nobody 20, 15, 30 years younger and older, the maturity ain't gonna make up so much of a difference with that. Not in our 20s and 30s. I just don't think that. That's my opinion on that part. Some may say different, but that's my 2 cents on it. You need to date age appropriately, and you need to date level appropriately. Level is not just physical. Most of the time, the man is less mature. Not in all situations, but I'm just speaking facts. They have not grown up. They lack wisdom. They lack common sense, to be honest. Because common sense would tell a man to protect himself when he's sleeping with someone that much more older than him. And I have an issue with married men that go out here and make these children. You married. Why would you release another woman and you're married? You're married. Regardless of what that other woman knows. Your ass stood to the altar of God and lied. But you guess what? You exchanged them vows. You're married. You are married. Why would you go inside of another woman raw? Why would you not protect your household? That's my 2 cents on it. That's my 2 cents. Young girls nowadays, it's a trend to be with somebody's husband. No problem with it. They're sleeping with the wives too. The wives sitting here sharing their husbands. Knowingly. All these married men out here ain't considered cheaters. That's why they have these open relationships. The wife cheating too. She more lesbian than what she is heterosexual. So you can't sit here and blame the men but for so much when they're married, because the wives know. They doing it too. They using the wives. Some of the wives are utilized to pull the women in. That's the fact. These wives eating just as much coochie like calamari as these men. Some of these wives taught their husbands how to eat. That's the truth of the matter. These young girls, it's a trend. I think it's a bad trend, me personally saying that. I think it's a bad trend, these young girls using or trying to utilize their body to gain stability. There's another trend that's going around. Ladies, all men cheat. At least get you one that can take care of you financially. I don't believe in that mess either. And that's coming from married women. But the thing is, they pump security, financial security. You have no emotional or spiritually stability with a man that cheats. You'll never have that. You will never have that. You're always going to have issues. And those women, I don't care what nobody say, they are highly insecure. When you can share your person knowingly, when you not care about that person going out sleeping, when you eating the same cat that your husband's sticking, there's something seriously wrong with that. There is something seriously wrong with that. I don't know what has happened, but something has happened. People get into situationships. They get into arrangements because people can benefit from it. Most of the time it's money. Most of the time it's status. Most of the time it's favors. And it's happening all over. A lot of people do stuff in secret that they don't think, expect, or want to come to the forefront and make them shame. But that's exactly what happens. There are a lot of Drakes out here, and they're pedophiles. But the evidence of their life shows it. I don't know if you all follow this girl. I think her name is Adriana or Adrian on TikTok. That girl is 24 years old and was with a man that's 67. They decided to go separate ways. She want to go to college and, all this and that. He brought her a G-Wagon. He took the G-Wagon back. He said, he didn't want to let her keep that particular car because of insurance purposes and other things like that. But she lived this lavish lifestyle with this old man. 24. And he is 60 damn 7. What the hell they got in common? Where her daddy at? Where her mama at in her life? What the hell they got in common? Nothing. But they get millions of views, thousands of comments supporting that type of association. Then women get hyped about the lifestyle. I get it. Everybody wants nice things, but everybody don't want to work and get it. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, what's wrong? What? Where, at the dealership? Oh, I believe that. Mr. Yeah. Hold on, Sean. Hold on. Give me 2 minutes. I only answered because you don't know to call me this early in the morning. Give me like 10 minutes, bro. I'm gonna call you right back. You out today? Okay, I'm gonna call you right back. All right. Okay, yeah. So everybody gets caught up in the lifestyle, wanting the nice things of the lifestyle. Nobody wants to go to work. Nobody wants to work. So many women are accustomed to laying on their backs. And these men, I'm going to tell you why I fault the older men specifically more. They get these young girls that's young and dumb, that's weak. These girls I don't give a damn how pretty, how fine she is. Most of them are sleeping behind other men. And these men are so damn ignorant, they don't know it. Now, how you don't know another man that slept with your woman, bust off in her, you going down there performing oral sex on her, you think she wet, but you eating another man's cum. I read text messages like this. But these older men swear they're winning. They swear they are killing the game. All they are providing is something that another person does not want to work for. Most of the time, the women get the children for security because he got money. Grown men do not want to be bothered with other men's children. They shun us women that have a child or children. They'll shun us because they don't want to be bothered. They got no problem calling our kids bastards. But then they go right out and make a few bastards their own self. You feel me? The math ain't mathing. You cannot fault one more than you can fault the other. Because everybody should stay in their lane. But the grade of people altogether, male and female, are at an all-time low. People don't have self-respect, so you know damn well they don't respect you. Marriages are not respected. They are not honored. Children in marriages are not honored or respected. You see all these damn readings coming up showing you how in-laws have children with friends and other family members or companions and shit like that. Come on, make it make sense. Come on, make it make sense though. I remember back in the day, strong-minded women were highly honored, highly respected, highly wanted. Men shun strong-minded women. They say we're too masculine. But it's because we use our common sense and things have to make sense to us. We question, we not only look for the proof, but we ask for the proof. Young girls don't do that. You can show in your bank account, they're gonna think they've been showed a bank account with some money in it. Okay, he want me, he'll do this for me. String you along. I mean, come on, make it make sense. Men don't like the fact that women are making money because it helps us stay in the lanes of self-respect. See, some people don't want to work 2-3 jobs. Some of us ain't got no problem doing that. Because we ain't going to go look for nobody else mess. I'm not sexing nobody damn husband making his wife life easier. That's a hell no for me, period. I ain't taking on nobody kids and working my ass off on YouTube and behind the scenes and making somebody else's child or children's life better. That's a hell no. I ain't doing that shit. I don't bust my ass that bad for my child that's grown. Why I'm doing it for somebody else's child? What sense that made? What sense that made? People have unrealistic expectations of others. Then, when a man gets a woman, or the sad thing about it, when it's more so men, I see these women stringing these, situations out. They get pregnant from somebody else. And you know what else I fault these men for? You can't tell me you don't know that child ain't yours, the time of the conception. Then when the child comes here, you can't look at your genetics and not tell that's not your child. Men tolerate more than women. They just make us look like we do it more. A lot has changed. A lot has been compromised. It is what it is. All I say is know your lane and roll with it. There's nothing to be envious or jealous about, because every time you think you know a person, it could be something different you discover or find out about them. Titles mean nothing. People don't have character. Character is behind the scenes. Character is not when you see them. Of course they're going to act right when you see them. Character is behind the scenes. It take a motherfucker 5 years to tell you that he fucked up and made some kids. You know he ain't about shit. Why would you trust him? You can make him comfortable thinking that you do, but in your heart you never should. 5 years he hit that child. There ain't nothing trustworthy. You cannot trust him. Most women that take men back that got cheated on, guess what? They take them back because they know that man gonna work hard to take care of them financially. They know they're gonna get everything that other person got and more. They're gonna get the real deal. They don't even take them back for love. And the man know that. The love is gone. Love is gone. And if they're older, there's not enough life in that person to gain the trust to want to love you. See, be careful with a broken heart, because there's many sides to it. Because when you break that heart the right way, it ain't coming back. That's the facts of life. We don't talk about it. But I just felt like discussing this since somebody slack ass woke me up this morning. That's what it is. Don't think people reconcile out of love. They don't. More so women. They make it look good. But they know what he gonna do. And let me tell you something else. A woman will reconcile with a man that broke her heart. To the person that thought they had him, she'll let you know, I knew I could do it. See, people play games like that, and it's called strategy. The woman that holds out the longest is likely the woman that he wants. The woman that's giving him is likely the woman that, the woman that holds out the most is the woman that he needs. The woman that is given is the one that he wants. A lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, the roles just reverse. He finally decides to yield down and go with what he needs. Might not be everything that he wants, but he knows what he needs. And when men go back to a woman that he's already been with in a relationship, guess what? He's returning back to her because she is loyal. He knows without a shadow of a doubt she cares for him. Even if she has fallen out of love, he knows she will not hurt him. People don't understand loyalty. Loyalty and love are not always the same. People go back to loyalty for protection because they have major trust issues. It's a lot of mixed up people out here. A lot of mixed fits. Just thought about that term. A lot of mixed fits. That's what it is. Yeah. When y'all see these people always circling back in from your past, I know sometimes people may make it seem like they're scary and they want to hurt you. When people are scary and want to hurt you, they've already shown you signs of that. So you know to be aware, you know to be cautious, you know to keep them at bay. But for the person that's strategizing, trying to get back to your heart, he's going to show you a different route. Or he or she. They want to get back in your head a different way. They also already likely know that you will probably never have the same emotions for them that you once did. If you say you love them, it's from out of a form of habit. Like a person saying I love you, and the person says I love you too, not in love with you. It's challenging to be in love with someone that has hurt you, harmed you, and damaged you. It's hard to fall back in love with that person. You're too guarded. And depending on your age, there's not enough life in you left to fall back in love with them purely. You might have a love for them, but that love will come with a guard. They'll never be able to hurt you again because you'll always expect the worst because in your heart you don't believe in them anyway. And that's one of the worst things to do as well. Never let a person have a reason to not believe in you. You kill your own character, your personal character with them. Once that's dead, it's dead. That's not going to be revived, honey. This ain't Lazarus. You ain't blowing them dry bones will not rewalk, honey. You can believe that. That's right. See how she said trust is not for free? It comes with something. It comes at a cost. Y'all, sometimes we just need to rationally talk about these things and be honest. And be honest about it. Love takes work. And if you don't have two people that's willingly working together, I can assure you, honey, there's no true love in it. There's no true love. If people understood spiritual connections more, they will understand love better as well. For those that have spiritual connections. Because people take spiritual connections for emotional connections and they don't. That's why you have all these people talking about, remember them cars old boy made? And he in the cars it said, I didn't expect to get caught up with the karmic after one time. I wasn't looking for a side piece, but that's what it'll be if I come back. But I love the karmic too. People don't really love people. They love what they can get from people. Because what they can't get from you, they'll get from somebody else. Especially when they have that corrupt mentality. Especially when they become vulgar or they are vulgar. Especially when they're vile or become vile. Or especially when they're sinister or become sinister. It's life for some people, not all of us. All we have to do is recognize it to be able to accept it. Can't be mad at it. So let's not, always point the blame. Just sometimes assess the situation. Whether it's an age difference. It's older people out here still playing older people. It's older people still playing around. Still trying to be in the game. You see these ladies from the hospitals and nursing homes talking about hospice wives because men have ran themselves down, and now they need someone to take care of them or want someone to take care of them, stand by them. So they look for someone that could be a hospice wife. Try to get with you someone here that you can respect and that respects you, that you all can value life together. And in the event, if sickness were to occur, you have no problem genuinely wanting to clean that person up if they boo-boo, if they throw up, if their nose is running, if their skin changes. Change is a part of life. It's inevitable. Try to get with someone that you truly can value life with. So that goes in that stay in your lane and on your level, morals and values. We don't share the same conviction, y'all. It is what it is. Sadly, we shouldn't be but so mad, at least for so long, about the same thing. We don't share the same conviction. What bothers us, it might not bother a person. The women that's out here sleeping around with older guys for money, it don't bother them. The men that's out here effing off on their wives with 3-4 women and a man on the side, it don't bother them. They're not convicted. The family that's lying, the friends that's lying about it, and they know it, it don't bother them. They're not convicted. So you just have to treat it as such. And sometimes, unfortunately, what I'm going to have to say, sometimes when we evolve in life, we get to the point where we're done. We don't trust nobody. Association is light. We give you a friendly face, friendly conversation, but we have no trust in our heart for people. It could be for some people they've experienced so much personally. Other people because they've seen what people have done or tried to do. Guards. That's what it is. It may be right for some, wrong for others. But those of us that it's right for, we don't give a damn what you think about it. Because it keeps us safe. And it keeps us level-headed. Those of us that have seen it and not experienced so much of it, and especially if you experience stuff later in life, and you like, man, I know what it feels like not to have a bullet graze my skin. That was still painful. You look at people differently. You be like, how'd you become that? When did you become so corrupt? What changed? You begin to look at their family. You begin to look at their friends. If they have children, you look at their children. That's the facts of life. And you just measure. I don't want to be bothered with that. I don't want nothing to do with that. I think all those people are messed up. I don't want to be bothered with that. And those of us that grew up in some of this, we came through that. That's what we came from. That's not who we are. That's why people think people like, you and me that resonate with stuff like this from our childhood. We came through this. We refuse to live it. I don't want shit to do with you. Y'all got too much of fucked up shit. Y'all life is corrupt. And people don't have order. They have the appearance of order. They have the appearance of order. It's a lot of traumatized adults. It's a lot of children that are being traumatized growing up to be adults. It's a lot of adults that are still locked in their childhood. They only repeated the cycle and the pattern of their family members. And they're stuck. They're locked in. They have an arrested development. Go look up that song, Arrested Development. They're locked in. And they don't want to change. They don't know how to change. And as much as we want change for them, we must accept them for who they are. It don't mean we gonna fool with them, but that's who you are to yourself and your family, your kids. You ain't bringing that shit around me and mine. Too much for me. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you all later. I'm gonna say this again. There's a lot of people out here that want to say they're Kendrick Lamar. They have the spirit and the character of Kendrick Lamar. But in actuality, the evidence of their life is Drake. Now, if you heard that diss track, you know what I'm saying with that. Not everybody, but it's a lot of them. It's not what you do in person that defines who you are. It's these sneaky, corrupt things behind the scenes that reveals who you are and probably have always been. And it just is what it is. Hey, that's just the way it is, he said. That's just the way it is. Some people will never change. And some things, unfortunately, they're going to still be here when we dead and gone. So let's not bust ourselves up beside the head so much. Let's not argue with each other so much. Let's accept it. Recognize it to accept it. So we can say, I don't want to deal with that. You know, I don't want to play that hand. I don't know how to play spades. Let's play Uno. Now y'all have that. You can have him. You can have her. God bless you. I wish y'all the best. God bless y'all. God bless the children. God bless your family. God bless you. And people don't have backbones. I want to say that. People don't have backbones. They're confident in silence and behind the scenes. But they don't have backbones to say, I wronged you or I started a mess. They don't have the backbone for that now. But behind the scenes, they're confident. Behind the scenes, they're Billy Bad behind, male and female. Behind the scenes. When they think you don't know, they feel good. When they think you're naive, gullible, too nice, stupid. When they think you can't sense it. When they can't even tell you're faking. When they cannot even tell you're being dramatic because you've finally discovered that's what they want to see. That's what they think of you. You're dramatic. You're over the top. You don't pay attention. When they think that you are a doormat, they're fine with that. When they discover that you're not, everybody gets quiet. They pull back. They still study. They still watch. They still lurk. It's who they are. But they don't confront because they don't have a backbone. And you know why? Because they lack intimacy with God. They know of God, but they lack true intimacy. They don't have personal relationships. Because a personal relationship would say, all right, you got me. Look, you know, blah, 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 blah. When their family and friends are a part of certain setups and stages, we need to get this right, y'all. That's why people have become so comfortable with being corrupt. And they're easy at corrupting certain type of people. But when they meet somebody like y'all, you are the challenge in their life to give them that pushback. Because they fell for the illusion that you play with too. You played like you was dumb. You played like you was fooled. You played a certain role to find out who they were, who they are to you. Then it's time to put those brakes in. Time to put some boundaries. Time to cut this off. Peace and blessing. Great day. Y'all have a great day. I'll catch y'all a little bit some shorts later on. Something like that. It's Friday. Namaste.